video I want to talk about something that you won't think that is important if you are a forex trader, but it is actually one of the most important things when you are a forex trader. And not just a forex trader, but if you are a human on this planet called Earth. Because I have to tell you that most people fail in life, and it doesn't mean that they couldn't reach the standards of society, or they couldn't reach the standards of their parents, their boss, their anything, their church, I don't know. It means that they couldn't reach the potential that they aimed for, and they couldn't reach their own best selves. It just, you don't have to listen to society, because most of the time it will fuck your life up. And what you have to do is focus on yourself and figure out what the fuck you want to do. Because it is easy to say that, oh, society just, man, it just brings me down. Yeah, people just, I can't do anything because of my government, because of taxes. I can't start my business because I have this job, and yeah, and it is impossible. And those rich motherfuckers, they are fucking just, they steal money, and it is hard. It is not hard for them, and it is just so easy to be an entrepreneur and make money, which is just bullshit. And I read so much of this on social media, and I always think that, man, it is so much the wrong attitude to life. Because yeah, it takes the responsibility off from your shoulders, and it might be easier for you if you don't have responsibility for your actions and for yourself, and how you enjoy life, and how you achieve your dreams. And this is easier because if you would have to just face yourself and look at yourself and just fucking tell yourself that you are a moron, to know that you didn't start that business that you wanted to start because you were in fear, and it just live your life with a mindset that when you will be let's say 100 years old, you don't want to be that fucking idiot that tells everybody at 100 years old that I should have done these things different, and I should have focused on on things that I loved, and I always just behaved because of society in a way that I never was myself really. And all these fucking 100-year-olds tell these stories, and how they and these inspirational things on YouTube, and people are, oh man, yeah, and they grow old, they don't do shit with their lives, and then they talk about these inspirational things. And of course I get that, because when once you know that you won't be on this planet for much longer, society and these things that drag you down they will seem like they are not that important. Actually, they are quiet. They're just meaningless, because life is just a thing that you are on this planet. You live this life, and you get the most out of it, and try to enjoy it as you can, and try to make others' life a little bit better, because this is what humans do. It is not that hard. But if you always just blame it on your government, your anything, your upbringing, that you can't succeed, you won't succeed. Because the most important thing is just to forget try to forget these dogmas. Just try to just sit down at a table, bring a journal or a paper, and just try to write it down what you want to achieve in life and what the fuck you want to do. And you can achieve your goal if you do anything to achieve it. But most people are in fear to start to do something because they fear of failure. But failure is actually, and yeah, I know it will sound like bullshit, but it is actually the best thing that can happen to you, because if you start something, you have a path. If you don't start, you don't have anything. If you start something, you have a path, and maybe it won't turn out as you imagine, but you will have a side path that is just even better. And you can be wrong if you start to do something. It is just how humans work, and this society is just so interesting to me, and how good governments and these structures in society know how the evolutionary biology and human behavior, because they know exactly what to do to prevent you from success and to just handcuff you and just put you in some factory, and that's all. But you have to take responsibility if you don't start. So just let's fucking start. And you have to find your goal while you are doing it. And most people, it is interesting because most people think that the goal should be something like, I want a jet, and this is cool, okay. But I think there is something that is more powerful in humans, and that is what you want to avoid, and it is a goal because you want to avoid something, and that is a goal to avoid it. But it is interesting because when I ask these questions, people they tell these insane material things they want to get, and these possessions. And why it is interesting to me, because they usually work in some shit job, they hate it, they don't even want to live because they don't have anything to live for, but still they want these huge things, and if they can't get it in 2 months or on short period of time, they won't start a business and won't start to take responsibility for themselves. And it is interesting to me that why if their goal would have just been to avoid that shitty job and to just be free, it would be a much better spirit and fire that will burn through the way to success. So find out what is your goal, because for example, this is personal thing. My goal is to be free. I always from my childhood, I always was a kind of a rebel. I didn't want to fit in. I wanted to be free from society and from these bullshit structures, and just be free, enjoy life as I can, and just be a overall a good person, not some stressed out fucking jerk. And I did everything to achieve success. I do it every day. Because I don't take life for granted. So figure out what you want to do. Figure out if it is freedom, or you just want to provide and be a man, or you know, just figure out your place in the world and try to achieve your goals and do whatever it takes to do it. And I know you might, I guess you already don't watch this video because I don't talk about magic indicators, but if you watch this video, you might think this, you might just start now. Okay, that's bullshit. So this was today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Ciao, and let's fucking do something with your life.